It's lovely to see Valtteri Bottas back in Mercedes kit. And may I just compliment you, by the way, on the tash and the mullet now are absolutely on point. Have you been working hard in the winter period on them?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we've been working hard on the look, and I feel like getting there step by step.
I have to ask, because I've been struggling a lot with the wind today, do you think if I did that, it would be more aerodynamic?
I think there's a slight aero benefit.
Okay.
I ride my bicycle quite a lot, and since I had the mullet, my average speed has gone up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We'll need to consider this, guys.
We
all
should
of us.
consider it. I mean, if I could get one, I'd try. But how are you for a start? And how is it? I know it must be frustrating, bearing in mind you know what it's like to drive a Mercedes, to have the watching brief, at least for this year. Have you got your eyes on Cadillac or anywhere else, do you think?
I'm good, of course, yeah. I always knew it's going to be a different role, different feeling being at the race week. It's not non-racing, but I think it's still, for me, the best thing to do is to be part of a good team. It's nice to be part of a good brand and be around and still keep up to date what's happening in Formula One, as it is a sport that evolves so quickly within 1 year. But I would love to be racing, and that's the goal ultimately. Whatever opportunities there may be, of course I'll be looking around.
Yes, yeah, you just said you would love to be racing. That's understandable. But when you compare the last couple of years, which was not a fun team compared to what you had been used to, would you still prefer to be in that situation, or what you're doing now in a family that loves you, that you've been part of for a long time?
I feel like sometimes things happen for a reason. I think I'm in a good place at the moment here, and as there were no seats for next year, I really think I'm in a good place. But yeah, of course, need to consider if there will be opportunities. What are the opportunities? What are the realistic targets? And what makes sense for me? So yeah, those things I need to evaluate if things will open.
Well, we understand this is not the ultimate situation, because drivers always want to have a steering wheel in their hands. We get that, Valtteri. But does it feel like somewhat of a safe spot to land? It's a team that you know very, very well. And I actually wonder, how much has it changed since the last time you were here? Has there been change, or does it feel very, very familiar?
I think it's been like more or less what I expected. Normal evolution. The team has grown. The people have changed, as they always do in this sport. The factory has been upgraded. It's a strong team, and I think they've shown that they made progress, at least so far this season, from last year. And mentality is still the same. We still have Toto as a leader, and he hates losing. So that's a good thing to see, that hunger for the win hasn't disappeared at all.
Fantastic.
Well, how do you keep your racing shape in place? That's the main thing, because there's driving, there's being part of a team, there's a lot that is being part of an F1 driver, but the racing spirit, the mojo, let's say, how you keep that alive if you come back?
Of course, for me, important thing this year, whatever I was going to decide and what the opportunities were, that I can do some testing. I think that's the key for me. I've done actually last week I was back on track with McLaren. That's good fun, and we've got quite a few tests lined up with Mercedes, some of the TPC stuff, etc. So for now, I'll see if that is enough. If I feel like that's not enough to keep that racing fitness and shape, then I got to look at doing one-off races, but so far so good.
Good memories, though, obviously, of Suzuka. You've won here in the past. Was it 2019, I think it was? I was just actually trying to understand, what are your memories from this day? And tell us what it's like to drive and win around Suzuka.
Amazing win. I think if you can win Japanese Grand Prix in a career, you're pretty lucky, and really proud to say that I was able to do that in 19. It was one of my best race starts, I think. I started P3, got in the lead, and just a really clean race. But this track, since I first raced here in 2013, immediately became my favorite track. So it's so much fun.
Well, how? Because he was trying to explain it to us, to explain to people at home. What is it that just makes you go, the tuning fork kind of thing?
It's just the flow. And there's actually much more elevation, gain and loss than you see from TV. And in the car, you really feel that, you're going up and down, left and right. It's just the flow that this track has.
We know you're not an extra part here, right? You are standing around, but you're doing a lot of work. You're an integral part of the team, and I'm sure you've been watching Mercedes progress over the last couple of years. Have you already been able to highlight some issues and help the team in the right direction? I know that that's a big part of why you're here as well. Yeah,
I'm trying to be useful. I'm trying to use my experience, and especially with Kimi, again, like this weekend, it's a new track for him. I've tried to give him a tip or two. And I'm part of all the meetings, and if I have a feeling that I can actually contribute and give my view on certain things, I will. And there's been a couple of cases already that I've kind of jumped in a little bit. But of course, the team is full of very talented engineers, and I don't want to be that driver who's doing the engineering. So I only jump in if I really feel like I can help.
Okay.
There's a lot of Bottas fans out there, Valtteri. 2026, can you give them a message about where you might be? Anything in discussions?
Of course, there's discussions.
Of course. That's what I want to hear.
I'm a driver who wants to go back and race, so of course, that's the target. I'm not done yet with the sport yet. So.
We would love to see you back on the grid. In the meantime, continue with the great mullet action and
Thank you,
Tash.
mate.